My loves, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be another energy reading for the collective, and I want you to open your heart to receive this message, and most importantly, to discern for yourself what parts of the message are for you or not. Please only take what resonates, and we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to start by saying that sometimes life is messy. Sometimes we go through phases in our lives where things just feel very chaotic, where we don't understand the motive and the action of people, where we have put our heart out and we have vulnerability with individuals in our lives, and people disappoint us. People maybe don't believe in us. And I say that to say we have here two cards, right? The Five of Wands, as well as the Knight of Wands. I say that to say that the Knight of Wands, or I'm sorry, the Knight of Cups shows up saying there is this level of vulnerability that comes with having any kind of relationship, but also if we want to experience life to the full potential, we have to have this sort of vulnerability on our shoulder. And the Five of Wands indicates that maybe not everybody is going to like what we have to say. Maybe not everybody's going to like when we open up and we show our true selves, you know. Maybe people are going to disagree with us. Maybe people are going to talk about us behind our backs. And the thing about it is that we can engage in the chaotic energy of the Five of Wands. We can start arguing and bickering and trying to prove our point. But we have to ask ourselves, what is the intention behind that? What am I going to get from that? So, if you have been tested with that, if you have been in a position where you want to defend your character, you want to defend your actions, you are being misunderstood. Spirit is saying there's this level of, you know what? I have to walk away. I have to discern this in a different way. I have to take some time for myself because I know that there's something here that I'm working on, that I'm doing, that I believe in, that I know is going to be worth my investment of time. And the reason why I say that is because you have here this King of Pentacles, and I'm sorry, Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles shows this level of passion, this level of patience, dedication, and commitment. So some people might want like the rose-colored glass reality, the picture perfect cookie cutter, offer or reality. But you don't really, you're not that type of person. You are someone that you're willing to invest and be patient with it. And you're willing to, even if it takes a little bit longer, because you know it's something that's going to be unique and it's going to align with you, you're willing to invest that time. And the Knight of Pentacles is one of those knights that take their time with how they choose to move forward with certain things. They are very intentional about what they do. You are someone that's very intentional, and people see you as stuck up or picky or, oh my God, I don't want to invite them here because they always have something to say. And it's not that, it's that you know your value, you know your worth. And people see that as you feeling like you're better than them. But in reality, they don't feel like they're better. Like they don't feel good about themselves. And that's why they think that you think you're better than them. This energy can be lonely. Some of you guys might feel a bit alienated, but to a certain extent, some of you guys might like that. But the most important thing here with these cards that Spirit has shown for us is that this Five of Wands, which is that conflict, that jealousy, that, envious energy, is useless, and Spirit does not want you to engage in that. So have higher discernment with that, sit with that information and see how your spirit resonates with that. Tell me if that resonates with you so far. But this energy is showing that the Five of Wands is like useless bickering, is just annoyance. So it does not really deserve your energy. Okay. Now, situation here, you have the devil. Absolutely. You're being tempted. You are being pushed to a certain limit right now. People are really trying to try you right now. And the devil is that energy that wants to show up and be like, oh, well, they said this, they said that. Why do you have to stay silent? Why do you always have to be the bigger person? The devil likes to tempt and likes to egg on, right? Our narratives in our mind, and it also feeds off our insecurity, and it feeds off of our energy of, what have we have done in the past. It wants us to continue to do those bad patterns. And I feel like some of you guys are absolutely being tempted right now with a certain group of people, a certain opportunity. It could be at work, it could be in your family, it could be with your friends, it could even be with a significant other. But this is a temptation energy, and the devil, the number one thing for it to show up is because this is the shadow aspect of the Lover's card in the tarot, and the Lover's card in the tarot represents choices and willpower. And this is an energy that shows, yeah, you could choose the dark side, but you can also choose to disengage. You can also choose to be above that and to not engage in that energy. And that's what this is saying right now, okay? Why is this happening? Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles, that's really interesting. Ten of Pentacles shows as community. It shows a stable foundation. It shows that you are successful. It shows that there is something that maybe people envy that you have. It shows that you have earned a lot of respect, a lot of abundance, and a lot of union and community. And maybe someone doesn't like that. Maybe someone doesn't like how supported you are. Maybe someone is trying to spread rumors about you. Maybe someone is out here saying, oh, like this person, meaning you, is not who you think they are. And it could be someone within your community, unfortunately, that is doing that to you. And I feel like the number one thing with the Ten of Pentacles is that, sometimes we get caught up with sharing our abundance, sharing our resources, sharing our ideas and our life with people. And at times we are being asked to be a bit more reserved. So this one being here as the reason why, I feel like what Spirit is saying is that you need to be a bit more reserved and kind of like pull back a little bit from oversharing certain things in your life. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing there with that. Now, this next card that we're going to pull is actually the message from your spirit guides. So let's go ahead and see what that is about. We have here the sun. The sun is a positive omen, you guys. This is an energy that shows that you are in alignment. You are someone that has a lot of vitality, a lot of positivity within. And Spirit wants you to focus on that. Spirit doesn't want you to give attention to things that will bring your light down or that will dim your light down. I also feel like Spirit is saying that people know you are a star, meaning you are someone that's radiant. You are someone that demands the attention of people, not because you say so, but because your energy is so strong and energetic that people can't help but to be attracted to you. And Spirit is saying, know your power, know your worth, and know that you are above this. There is so much more beautiful things coming your way that you really don't have to engage with this energy. For some of you guys, I don't even think that there is a conversation that needs to be had. I feel like you need to just kind of like do what's best for you with no explanation needed. Because if you know who this person is, if this does resonate with you, this person is being very ungrateful and they have really misused your trust. And that's something that could be really difficult for you to navigate. And I can understand why you will want to retaliate or not retaliate, but confront this person. But to a certain extent, it's like, why should you? You are above this. All you can do is not bless them with your grace anymore and remove yourself from that situation. Okay. Now we have here, look at this, the Seven of Cups as the outcome. And that to me makes a lot of sense. It could feel like confusing. It could be like, why is this happening? This is kind of crazy. I would have never expected this. The Seven of Cups shows a lot of confusion. It shows that you're going down the options to make sense of what is happening here. And the thing about it, about the Seven of Cups, the most important thing that I feel like Spirit wants me to tell you is that you might not figure it out, and it's not for you to figure out. You cannot get stuck on figuring out why people do the things that they do. It's not your responsibility, and it's not up to you to judge anybody either. All you can do is move forward. And although that might feel confusing on how that can really look like, Spirit is saying don't get caught up trying to find information that is not worth your time. And it's interesting because I see here, did you see the snake right there? And I don't know why, but that one caught my attention the most. I typically don't read this card like this either. I'm channeling right now. But like that snake is like, be careful what you are looking into because you'd be surprised what you're going to find out. And it could be even more harmful to you. Okay. So that's what I'm seeing with that energy. And I want to get one more final closing card for you guys. And let's see what Spirit wants to share with you. We have the Four of Wands. I mean, the Four of Wands is about choosing your own joy. Like, what can you do right now, especially if you have dealt with a disappointment? What can you do right now that could give you this sense of joy? What little thing you could do to bring yourself that sense of happiness? And that's what the Four of Wands is about. Choose yourself. Don't choose the drama. The drama has to be the least of your concerns, okay? So, with much love, please let me know if this reading resonated with you. And if it did, consider dropping a comment down below and like and subscribing to the channel because I will have a collective energy reading for the channel every single day. So, they are all timeless readings. So, you can watch them whenever, but they will be live every single day. Okay. So, with that being said, please let me know if this did resonate. And I'll see you guys on the next reading. Bye.